So tomorrow, the long-awaited and controversial game Hogwarts Legacy will be released for those of you who have purchased the deluxe edition. And then on February 10th, it will be available to everyone. But now we have had some people that have been able to play it, some reviewers, and we're going to take a look at some of those reviews right now to see what they think about it. So before I get started with the reviews here, the very first one is IGN. Now, they've given it a 9 out of 10, but they've also released a statement to go along with their review because they feel it's necessary to have to address the elephant in the room. And this is their statement. The elephant in the room with Hogwarts Legacy is Harry Potter's creator, J.K. Rowling, whose comments about transgender people in recent years have left a sour taste in the mouths of many current and former Potter fans. Let's just change that. Very few current and former Potter fans. Very few. Like maybe 1% of the 99%. Both at IGN and in the world at large, this has driven some to call for a boycott of the Wizarding World altogether. And we know that this boycott has failed. Including Hogwarts Legacy. Though Rowling was not directly involved. And there are good reasons both in-game and out to believe the developers at Avalanche don't necessarily share her views. Because there is a transgender character in the game. They felt it was necessary to add that. Regardless, IGN has always and will continue to champion human rights causes and support people speaking with their wallets in whatever manner they choose. That's right. People speaking with their wallets. This seems like it's going to be at least the best-selling game of the year. As critics, their job is to answer the questions of whether or not we find Hogwarts Legacy to be fun to play and why. Whether it's ethical to play is a separate but still very important question. It's a freaking video game, man. It's a game. So just as in virtually all cases, we're choosing to expose and address the views of the franchise creator separately from our consideration of the work. So what they're saying is basically they don't believe in what J.K. Rowling is saying. They could have just said that. They don't believe in her views, but they're going to review the game anyway because they have to, because if they don't, they won't make money. So they're putting money ahead of their support for transgender and transgender rights. They gave it a 9 out of 10. Now, GameSub, they went ahead and released a statement instead of a review. If you buy this game, you're making a choice. You're choosing to support J.K. Rowling, even if just in a small way. And if you knowingly weigh the costs and decide that your personal enjoyment of a video game is worth supporting a trans-exclusionary radical feminist, that indulging your nostalgia is more valuable than supporting the transgender community, well, one tree may not make a forest, but it's sure more than none. Trans rights are human rights. Once again, it's a game. Oh, so IGN gave it 9 out of 10. True Achievements, who I've never heard of, gives it a 9 out of 10. Pure Xbox, 9 out of 10. VGC, 4 out of 5. Game Rant, 4.5 out of 5. Dextro, 4 out of 5. So it's obvious that people are loving this game. Here is a snippet of some of the combat from the game. It really does look pretty good. Definitely looks worth giving a try. And then here on Twitter, here is some more of the combat, just showing you what some of the gameplay is going to look like. It's an open world game, so you're going to get to interact with many characters. It's not just you walking around fighting people. There are other things for you to do. Think of World of Warcraft in the Harry Potter Wizarding World, I guess. But just from seeing this, it looks like something that I'm interested in playing. Funny thing, the video that I made yesterday, I said that I didn't want to play the game until I at least got to see some of the gameplay or maybe had a chance to play a demo. And then somebody left me a comment that said, what do you think, you're back in the 90s and you can just pull a demo for a game out of a cereal box? Well, no, that's not what I think. I think that sometimes on the Microsoft Store and the PlayStation Store, that they'll let you play a demo of the game before you actually purchase it. I'm not sure if they're doing that for this game, but if they are, I might try that and see what it's like. But from seeing these screenshots and seeing some of this gameplay, I definitely feel like this is a game that's going to be worth playing. Like I said earlier, if you went ahead and paid the $80 for the deluxe edition, you'll be able to play it tomorrow. And if you didn't feel like spending the extra $10 for the deluxe edition and you only spent $70, it will be available to everyone else on February 10th. We'll just have to wait and see what happens after this game comes out. If we find any SJWs with their heads exploded laying on the sidewalk somewhere. Because I just feel that once the final numbers for this game comes out, the final the sales numbers, at least in the first 2-3, maybe a month, we see the sales numbers for this game. I'm pretty sure that a lot of these trans rights activists and SJWs are just, their heads are just going to explode. And honestly, I just can't wait. I'm sorry. I just can't wait. So, the reviews are looking good. We'll keep an eye on this, see what some of the actual players who actually get to play the game are saying about it once they're allowed to play it. I don't put a lot of weight on actual critics and reviewers, especially when it comes to movies. Not so much video games, but definitely when it comes to movies. I like to actually see what Joe Q Public thinks about something. And then I put a lot more weight in their opinions of something. So we'll see what happens starting tomorrow when the game becomes public. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I will talk to you next time.